What if the worst day of your life was actually the day everything started going right? What if every rejection, every failure, every heartbreak wasn't happening to you, but for you? Ethan never believed in this idea because his whole life he trusted one simple rule. If you work hard enough, you will succeed. If you stay focused, life will reward you. And for years that belief guided everything he did. He stayed disciplined when others were distracted. He chose growth when others chose comfort. He sacrificed fun for a future he truly believed in. Slowly, he built a vision of his life, clear and detailed. Graduate with good grades, get a stable, high-paying job, move to a better city, support his family, build something meaningful, and finally feel proud of himself. Everything seemed on track until one ordinary day changed everything. It started with an email, something he had been waiting for, something that was supposed to confirm that all his effort had finally paid off. His heart was racing as he opened it, already imagining success, already feeling relief. But in a few seconds, that feeling disappeared. It was replaced by 4 words that shattered everything. "We regret to inform you." He froze, reading it again and again, hoping maybe he misunderstood. But the truth did not change. The opportunity he had worked for months was gone, just like that. In that moment, something inside him cracked. Not fully broken, but no longer strong. He told himself it was fine, that this was just one rejection, that something better would come. But deep inside, a small voice started whispering doubt. And that doubt slowly began to grow. Days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into months. His life became a cycle of trying and failing, applying, waiting, hoping, and getting rejected again. Sometimes he came close. Sometimes he almost made it. And those moments were the hardest, because they gave him hope, just to take it away again. Each time that happened, his confidence dropped a little more. His belief weakened a little more, until the voice inside him changed completely. From "I will make it" to "maybe I am not good enough." And that is where everything begins to fall apart. Because once you lose belief in yourself, even small failures feel like proof that you cannot succeed. And just when he thought things could not get worse, they did. The small startup he finally joined shut down without warning. No backup plan, no stability, no explanation that could fix anything. He was back at zero again, but this time it felt heavier, because now he had experienced failure more than once, and it started to feel like a pattern, like maybe life was just not working in his favor. Bills started piling up. Pressure increased. The world around him seemed to move forward while he stayed stuck. And then came the final blow. The person he trusted the most, the one who once believed in him, walked away, saying she needed stability, saying she could not wait anymore. And just like that, he lost not only his direction, but also his emotional support. That night, he sat alone in his room. No lights, no distractions, just silence and thoughts. He looked up and asked a question that so many people ask when life does not make sense. Why is this happening to me? What did I do wrong? Why does it feel like nothing is working? But there was no answer. Only silence. And sometimes silence is the hardest response because it leaves you alone with your thoughts. And slowly, those thoughts start turning against you. Days passed, and he stopped trying, stopped applying, stopped believing. Because when failure repeats itself enough times, it convinces you that trying is useless. And that is how dreams quietly fade away. Not in one big moment, but in small decisions to stop moving forward. Until one unexpected moment changed everything. Not something big, not something dramatic. Just a simple opportunity. A small temporary role offered by a friend. Something completely unrelated to his plans. Something he would have rejected in the past. And at first, he did want to reject it. Because it did not feel like progress. It did not match his dreams. But when you feel stuck, even a small step forward is better than staying still. So he said yes, without expectations, without excitement, just to keep moving. And sometimes that is all it takes. One small decision to change the direction of your life. At first, it felt meaningless. Just another job, another routine. But slowly, something inside him began to change. He started learning, growing, not just professionally, but personally. He became patient, resilient, and aware. And with that growth came a quiet confidence, the kind that comes from truly understanding yourself. Months passed, and that small opportunity turned into something bigger. More responsibility, more trust, more chances to prove himself. This time, he wasn't chasing validation. He was focused on becoming better every day. And when you focus on growth, results follow naturally. One evening, looking at the city lights, he felt calm. Not because everything was perfect, but because he finally understood. Rejection wasn't failure, it was redirection. Heartbreak wasn't punishment, it was preparation. Every painful moment shaped him, guided him toward a path he couldn't see before. Life wasn't working against him. It was building him stronger, wiser, and more prepared. Once he saw that, everything changed. Fear of failure turned into lessons. Frustration turned into guidance. And he realized success isn't about never failing, it's about never stopping. Keep going, stay patient, trust the process. One day, everything will make sense. You'll see that nothing was wasted, not your time, your effort, or your pain. Everything had a purpose. Everything happens for a reason. You just don't see it yet. But one day, you will.